crunch, bring it back, single leg swing. Let me teach you how to wrestle. Okay. Let me teach you how to wrestle. Hit the
Mindset Monday is brought to you by our official sponsors, Eat Clean, bro. Make sure you order today, get them delivered right to your house, check them out, and make sure you put in your discount code, MINDSET. All right, we're here with the great Bo Bassett. Guns exposed. I wouldn't have taken off my tank top and changed if I'd have known we were doing that, but all right. How's it going?
You got to represent. Max effort. Guns exposed tonight. Just got back from workouts, and it was a great day of training. Excited to talk.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, so the latest and greatest, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Here we go.
Yes, sir. I'm more than excited. I know that was like the latest news for me, and it's the really big, decision in my life, and I'm really excited about it. Family is excited, and I think it's going to create a lot of great blessings, a lot of great opportunities, and I'm more than blessed to be a Hawkeye, and it's something I've wanted for a long time.
Yep, and there's no surprise. We're black and gold for a reason, because that was always the foundation of the mindset right there. I had a feeling, Bo, when I saw the picture in the morning of the shoveling of the snow, I said, these guys mean business, and I bet you with the Bassett family, that carries a lot of weight. Not that that's the only thing that makes the decision, but I said, hey, this guy's work ethic is like yours.
That's right. Yeah, 100%. I think the way that I was brought up and the way that I've trained my whole life and my mindset, and I think just the way my parents raised me is a lot like what they do at Iowa, right? And outwork everyone and just do things right, as a person and as a wrestler. So there was a lot of correlation, a lot of similar things there in the lifestyle and in the way that they train and just go about business. So really excited about that. And you're right, those colors are near and dear to my heart. You got Iowa, you got wrestling mindset, and you've also got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right, Pittsburgh, city of champions.
Let's go.
That's right. So talk about some of the other reasons what made you pick Iowa. I know you probably answered this so many times, but let's do it again.
Yeah, well, let's do it. And it's something that I feel like some people knew, but it wasn't really like a known thing, is I've been a Hawk fan since I was 6 years old when I started the sport. My biggest role model growing up was Spencer Lee, and so that kind of, when he went there, I was at the practice when he committed. When Flo flew in, they flew into Franklin Regional, one of the old Young Guns locations. I was there. I got my first ever Flo interview. So it's pretty crazy. It all kind of came full circle for me. I think I was like 10 years old, maybe 11. And, it was just a really cool moment for me to get that interview, and that was the night Spencer Lee committed to Iowa. So it all kind of came full circle junior year, and, I'm kind of the older guy now in Spencer's position when I was like 10 and committed to Iowa. And so it's just really awesome that I was able to do that, kind of like a lifelong dream of mine. And then again, I think I have to reiterate the fact that I believe that my program at McCord is ran a lot like the programs ran at Iowa. So I think it'll be an easy, smooth transition. I think another reason is one of my best friends, Owen McMullen's going there as well. He's committed, so it'll be great to have someone there. We're the same class, the same year, and so really excited to be able to do that with him. Families are really close, mine and his, and so really excited to be a Hawkeye in Carver Hawkeye Arena. I feel like Iowa's a place where I can grow as a wrestler. As a person, I can grow my brand, and I can grow my faith as well. I think obviously you're not going to change a program like Iowa. They're well established. But if I can change it in any way, I want to keep making it better. Keep making it just, I think, in my opinion, one of the most, probably the most famous wrestling school over time in wrestling history, for sure. I mean, it's like an empire there. Everybody in Iowa knows Iowa wrestling, and a good chance if you know wrestling across the country, you know Iowa. So that's a pretty exciting and enticing thing. Really excited to get to work with the Brands brothers, Coach Morningstar, Coach Telford, and they got a great room there, so really excited.
Absolutely. The other tip-off for me was when I saw Flo and YouTube were setting it up. They show Spencer Lee and Terry Brands talking about when Saitiev moved out to go someplace else. And then guess what I see a few hours later on the Bassett brothers page? Saitiev had to go out. I said, you know what? I think we're being set up here. The wrestling world's painting a nice picture. It's great promotion for the sport. I love it.
Yep. Well, I think, being from Pennsylvania, and if you're a top recruit, they retain a lot of their top recruits, obviously, to Penn State. And I think that that's what a lot of people maybe expected. But Saitiev had to go to Siberia, and I think that, again, that would be the easier choice. And I know that I believe a Brands brother said it. But the right choice for me is Iowa, and got to relocate. Got to be able to sacrifice and willing to do that to reach my goals and dreams, and just be my best self. Reach that full potential, get the most out of everything that I can. You only get this decision once, so it wasn't easy, but it's the right decision.
Absolutely. And I mean, it really looks like those coaches really believe in their athletes. And I'm not saying the other coaches don't, because they do. Other coaches believe too. But when you look at the Brands brothers, their entire coaching staff, it really looks like they're in their guys' corner. And I remember hearing once Tom Brand say, you don't corner a guy for one match. You corner him for his whole life. And that was very powerful when I heard that. And I could see that that's the way they are over there.
Yeah. I think that when I go to Iowa, they're going to give me a lot. They're going to develop me, right? And I'm going to be able to have a lot of time with the coaches, a lot of development. I'm one of those guys. I'm in the room a lot more than probably someone who practices once or twice a day. I'm in there a lot. I almost live in the room, especially these last couple of years in high school. And one thing I know that's going to separate me in college is I'm not going to forget that, right? Not going to forget what got me to that point. So I know I'll be spending a lot of hours in the room with those guys. They're going to help you in the room, obviously, but help me in life as well. I think they're going to be there always. They'll fight for you. For sure, they're awesome. So excited to be a part of that. Excited for them to invest in me, and I think that was intriguing to me. Excited to get to work.
Absolutely, I think of the countless Iowa documentaries that I've watched. Competitor Supreme when I was in 8th grade back in '98. I think back to the Iowa season, the documentary they did on ESPN, and Tom Brand saying, "If you're a psychologist and I'm sitting on your couch and you say black and gold, I think Gable Edge." So, have you talked to Dan Gable?
Yeah, I have. I've met him a couple of times. I went to Iowa on a Young Guns camp. We went out to the Iowa Young Guns ran by Coach Juergens, Eric Juergens, former Iowa wrestler as well, teammate of my coach, Coach Strittmatter. And I met him there. We actually went to his house. We saw, it's like a mini museum at his house with all the awards and everything that he has. And it was pretty awesome. Met him there once, met him again at a duel a couple years later, and then I met him on the official visit for a third time. So I've talked to him quite a few times. He's awesome. And, he's a legend, right? So it's something that I'm excited to hopefully continue that legacy that he's created there. And yes, I've watched all those. We watched the Supreme video every single year at the elite camp at Coach Strittmatter's house, and he loves that one. He loves it. So it's pretty awesome we've been able to share that connection, and I know that Gable is excited too. So.
Absolutely. They have a great thing going over there now with Hawkeye Wrestling Academy. By the time this gets aired, we'll have officially announced, so people will know by the time we say this, that we officially are partnering with Hawkeye Wrestling Academy. Alex the Bull Marinelli doing great things over there, and other coaches. Talk about them. And I know he's a man who's believed, spirit, mind, and body, the holistic being the total package.
Right. Coach Marinelli has called me a couple times since I've committed, and even before. We had a great relationship. I've met him just through wrestling. Wrestling's a small world, so you have a lot of great connections, and he's always been an amazing wrestler, and everybody knows that, but he's a better person. And that's something that's hard to do, but that's what I value. I would rather be a great person, and he's an unbelievable wrestler, and it's hard to say that someone's a better person than wrestler, especially at the level he's at, but he is. And so I think he's going to be an unbelievable coach. He's doing a great job. I think eventually they can, hopefully train future Hawkeyes there, and to be able to get that partnership with you guys is awesome. Coach Marinelli is an awesome person, awesome coach. Excited to get to work with him as well. And I told him I'll help anytime, come down in the room. I'm always in the room. So I'll be in all their practices, just wrestling around with the guys and trying to make them better.
That's awesome. So you trained over there at Iowa before. Talk about the old room and the new room. The new room is just unbelievable. And then you have the old room with all that tradition behind it. Talk about that feeling.
Yeah, I've trained in both. So it's been pretty cool to see just the process of coming up with a state-of-the-art facility that they have, and it's unbelievable. It connects under a tunnel right into Carver, and the old room's awesome. It's got a lot of history. I wouldn't mind training there. Now that they've got this new awesome facility, you also wouldn't mind training there. So I'm just more than excited to get in that room, and I know just there's so many legends in that program, and I think if I can be one of those, that would be pretty awesome. So really excited to do that. I'm really excited for the atmosphere in Carver Hawkeye.
The time is now to take your mindset to the next level with Wrestling Mindset. Make sure you go to our website, WrestlingMindset.com, and sign up for your free trial session today. Don't wait any longer. You want the mental edge right now. When you sign up for the free trial session, you're also going to get a copy of our free ebook, Building the Predator Mindset. This book has helped thousands of people build confidence, relax under pressure, get motivated, and build mental toughness in wrestling, school, and life. Make sure you sign up for your free trial session today.
I think that's going to be incredible, just insane. The first time, the second, every single time you come out in there, I think it'll be more than awesome, and that's what you train for. That's what you get excited about.
Absolutely. Spencer Lee spoke about the community, how people were honking their horns in the car. They see you off the street because wrestling is life over there. So talk about that. Have you experienced some of that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've gotten recognized a couple of times on the official visit, and you're just kind of going around in the community there. So it's one of those things. It's just random people. I can see if you go to a wrestling match, like maybe people would recognize you, and obviously they would at Iowa. But these are just normal people, on the streets. And so it's awesome to see that everybody knows Iowa wrestling. They get behind it, they support it, and they're selling out every home duel. Like that's unheard of, especially in an arena with that many seats. So it's pretty awesome that they're able to do that and support and have that empire. More than excited to hopefully make those guys proud and put on a show every time we wrestle. And I think that it's going to be awesome to bring my, I guess, energy and pace and style to Iowa, and yeah, I think the fans will love it.
Seems like a natural fit. And also, you talk about then how that then gets more eyes on the program and more people are going to want to go to Iowa because, as they've always said, creating a style that's fun to watch, and people like seeing points being scored and aggressiveness.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to bring that style always, the style I've had in high school and middle school, and sprint, score points, have fun, don't forget to smile. And I think if I can bring that element to Iowa, I think it's going to bring a lot of like-minded people, and I think that it's contagious, and these guys are doing an amazing job right now. I'm really liking the way that they're wrestling this year. They're awesome, and I learned a lot from them. I'm excited to hopefully just be thrown in there and see what we can do.
Absolutely. Now, we got the postseason coming up. What do the tournaments look like for Pennsylvania coming up these next few weeks?
Yes, sir. So we finished team states 2 weeks ago. Second in the state, but second in the nation, really. So it was an awesome year for my team. We only have one senior, which is kind of crazy. And we were able to get number 2 in the nation, wrestling at Ironman, winning Powerade, winning national duels, beating Wyoming Seminary. And then we came up short right there in the national finals, but hey, at least we had the chance. At least we know, right? And we had, we gave everything we had. We made some bumps in the lineups. Some guys went down, some guys went up. I went up for the team, and we didn't get it done. But I think that I'm really proud of the way that the team went after it this year. We chased lions, and we had fun. We had a lot of fun doing it and challenged ourselves in every way. We were at every big tournament. So it just came up short there, but got second in the state and the nation. So that's nothing to be mad about at all. I think we're just blessed to have the opportunity to even be there. And, a lot of people were wishing they were in that spot. So we're really grateful for that. And then we had districts last weekend. We set the all-time record in our district in Pennsylvania. The old record was ours from last year. But last year we had beaten it, and it was like a 23-year-old record. And then we blew it out of the water this year, scored over 300 points, and yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome to be able to do that. So we'll go into regionals next weekend, not this weekend. We have 1 week off, oddly enough, weird. But then we'll go into regionals and then boom, right into state. So it's back-to-back weekends. Really excited for that. And, I guess we have another shot at the number 1 team in the nation at states. We'll see what happens. Everybody went back to their normal weight class, so it's a little bit more of an uphill battle. We'll see what we can do. You never know what happens. Bonus points matter. I think we're ready to roll. The team is doing great. We're healthy, which is a really, really important thing going into this time of the year. So we're excited, and we'll see what we can do to score points.
Absolutely. Now, talk about your mindset approaching the postseason. How much stays the same? How much is different? And especially the mindset going in as a very heavy favorite, right? All the weights on there, and then the expectations. How do you deal with it? What do you tell yourself? How do you keep yourself in the right mindset?
Right. Well, I know the work that I put in, and it's just something in Pennsylvania. It seems like even the state tournament, like there's like pressure, there's that element. So for me, I've lived in it. I've been there I've been wrestling for 10 years now. And so for me, well, I guess way over 10 years, I guess 12 years now, really. Started when I was, 6 turning 7. So it's kind of crazy. Well, I guess I started when I was 5 turning 6. But anyway, from the time I started wrestling in Pennsylvania, there's always been pressure. Because you're in Pennsylvania and it's such a hard state. So I feel like I've been able to find a comfort zone in that. And I think just the last couple of years, it's realizing that everything that I do is part of God's plan. And what I put into it is what I'm going to get out of it. And I know that. So I put in absolutely everything I can. And when I can go on the mat and have zero regrets, that's the ultimate confidence for me. Right? You pair zero regrets with your faith, and it is what it is. Because I know that if I win a state title, I'll be working out the next day. And if I don't, I'll be working out the next day. So nothing really changes, right? I just want to be the best possible wrestler I can be, score points. And I think when you do that and you take care of focusing just on the performance rather than the outcome and worrying about if I'm going to win or lose, just focus on my performance, I think then that will take care of the outcome. And so I'm really excited to compete. I don't feel too much pressure because I know this is what I love to do.
That's awesome. That's right. And like I said, the trust, you have to surrender. Tell the athletes, you got to surrender the outcome to God. And that's not just wrestling. That's everything in life. And, a lot of people don't realize the word confidence comes from the Latin roots confidere, which means to trust. And who do you trust ultimately? You can't say yourself. That's fatally incomplete. You trust in God. Right. Jesus, I trust in you. And then once you put all the trust into God, then you could start trusting yourself because it's subordinate to God. And a lot of people just get that wrong. And even if they have some success trusting themselves, it still comes at the expense of other areas of your life.
Absolutely. No, 100%. I think for me that's been like really important. Really important to know that it's part of God's plan. And I realize that I trust in him. I do. I trust in him, win or lose. I know the work that I put in, and I feel like I can do my part in rowing, and he's going to steer. And I'm excited to see what the plan is.
That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So after the season, you're going to be doing some things at the NCAAs. Talk about what your Friday is going to look like, your Saturday.
Yeah, I'm really excited. NCAAs is huge, and of course I want to be wrestling in it. But that's not for a couple of years still. And I'm just really excited to hopefully someday, be on that big stage. I believe it's Saturday night is the finals. So really excited about all that. And I think for me, it's just making the most of my time there. And I'm one of those guys. I like to help others and really, build that brand and just keep getting as good as I can. So for me, I'm going to be making the most of my time. I'm going to be with Wrestling Mindsets and you guys. I'll be doing, I believe it's a 30-minute little session at the booth. So really excited about that. And I think that you guys should definitely stop by. I'm really excited to be there, get to talk with you guys. And more than excited for every opportunity that comes my way. NCAAs is, the biggest tournament of the year in the USA. So really excited about it.
Absolutely, Bo. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for the sport. Anytime that you're on our show, I have parents reach out to me, athletes, former wrestlers that are all saying, man, this guy's not just a great wrestler, but a great person, has his head on straight. So thank you for what you do. Keep up the great work. And it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy for anyone. It's easy to look at this and say, hey, the golden boy of wrestling, but you struggle too. We're all human, so it's not easy. So keep fighting that good fight, Bo. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys. Anytime I come on, I'm excited to talk, and I think it's awesome to be able to help these guys and just show that wrestlers are people too. Sometimes people just make them out to be a wrestler, and I think I don't want to find my identity in that. I want to find my identity in my faith and who I am as a person, because that's the most important part to me. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate those people as well. And yeah, obviously it's hard, but we just got to keep on trusting the plan and working as hard as we can.
That's it. Absolutely, Bo. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, on Championship Saturday, NCAAs, I will be at the Wrestling Mindsets booth at 1:30. Really excited to catch up with you guys. Can't wait.